Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, Minister for the Public Service and Foreign Affairs, and today is Monday, the 14th of November, 2022. We marked Remembrance Sunday yesterday with services at the Christ Church Cathedral and the cenotaph in the Garden of Remembrance behind the Supreme Court in the city of Nassau. The Minister of Works, Alfred Sears, pointed out that while the plaque on the cenotaph honors the sons who went to war, the plaque does not honor the daughters who fought in the war. We must remember them all. One of the joys of living in a small country, is that everyone knows everyone and everyone's business. I really recently had an interaction with a young banker who I had met maybe once or twice before. And when considering his last name and having a look at his face, I was able to connect through a series of questions to a well-known Long Island family. All his sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, and his father, within the space of a few minutes and a couple of questions. I was fortunate, of course, that he responded positively because, as I once told the Reverend James Palacios and his wife Angela, that his son Carlos, or their son Carlos, was one of the few in that next generation who seemed proud to tell you who their parents were. In a small country, it is easy, of course, to put you in context by getting to know who your parents are. The TV theme song says, "You'd like to go where everyone knows your name." Of course, the flip side of this is that parochial prejudices in a small country can prevent people from being considered on their merit. If you don't belong to a certain family, you get nowhere. But an Indian once told me how a bedraggled Brit with no antecedents could walk in a suit and get a loan over an Indian who had to jump through hoops. Sounds like a country you know. I raise this because when the collapse of FTX in the Bahamas came, there is a bitterness that has crept in that you can discover when you go on these websites, that the country has allowed its laws and regulations and public officials to use the country as a doormat for every worthless, no-count so-called investor with the right nature's passport to come in and then walk away hurting scores and walk away with no consequences. The commentary is bitter indeed that no Bahamian, black or white, but especially a black Bahamian, could get away with what a long line of non-national interlopers has done. Seems to wine and dine their way and then abandon us to the detritus of their evil deeds. So the question is, so many of these WhatsApp groups ask by so many of the Bahamian intelligentsia, the elites, ne'er-do-wells, the middle class, and those who aspire to be more than drawers of wood and hewers of water, is when will we learn? When will our country be able to have confidence in itself and its people? When, O Lord, and how long? As the FTX dust settles, there is a disquiet. We say the PLP has a third chance. Over 20 years, lightning has struck 3 times. So if not now, when will the actions of the PLP really enhance the kindling charge of economic empowerment? When? I leave the question with you. Thank you, Sam Boodle, Skibo Roberts, the cast of The Landlord, for a job well done at the Dundas in this little town where everybody knows your name. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And let's hope for economic empowerment for our Bahamians. And on this day, this Monday, it's still PLP all the way.
You can't keep